The goal for this draft is honestly pretty simple. We're going to put up 300 fantasy points in week 1. We're going to take an 80-point gap over the field in week 1. Week 2, we're going to put up another 300. By then, we're going to have 200 points on the entire field. By week 17, we're going to gap the field by 1,000 points. We're not even going to be sweating. We're just going to win $500,000 with no sweat in this one. You can see on the screen 5 more to join this draft. If you want to get in this drafters draft, we got a little time. Five more of you to enter this one. If you're not already signed up at Drafters for some reason, you can use promo code PlayerQ, get your first deposit matched up to $100. That's more than you'll find a lot of places. One of the best promo code that I know of. Maybe there's better out there, but PlayerQ, first deposit matched up to $100 on Drafters. If you're not familiar with the format, it is just cumulative points throughout the whole year. So you draft with 12 people, but you're not competing against them for the entire season. You're immediately put into the full pot of every single person who's drafted in the contest, competing against each other from day 1. And it's just whoever scores the most points. Typical best ball scoring. So it's, you get your highest scoring players every week. That's going to be your lineup for that week. So you're going to get 8 out of the 20 people you select. Also, it's full PPR, 20 rounds in this one. I think that's it. Nothing too different from a scoring standpoint. But it's a fun contest, particularly if you're competitive. Get to sweat it every week. All right, we're starting in 2 minutes. Now, I've never actually seen this happen where you click this box, I am ready, let's draft. But if you're in here, we got 5 out of 12. We might get close in this one for everybody clicking the button, getting this draft started early. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait another minute 40. That's probably the most likely scenario. But we're at a 6 out of 12, 7 out of 12. This is pretty good. I'm impressed right now. 7 out of 12 have clicked the box, ready to draft early. Can we get it to 10? Let's try to get to 10. Anybody else in here? What's going on, WFN? Tyler, good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jordan, that I'm not wearing a flannel right now. It's hot. It's hot in Minnesota right now. Just went for a walk with the dog. Can't be wearing a flannel outside Minnesota right now. All right, I'd still be. WFN says he's seen 12 out of 12 with like 2 seconds left. I've never seen it come that close. So even with 2 seconds left, saving those 2 seconds, I'm impressed. It probably has to be like on a stream draft or like a really coordinated draft with your friends, that kind of thing. So just getting 12 strangers to all decide, yeah, I'm ready to start early. That's impressive. Oh, interesting. I did not see that they were thinking about bringing it down to 1 minute. Jordan, are you making an announcement right now? It's not my place to make this announcement, but Jordan and I might be seeing more of each other this NFL season. I am in the 2-hole here. Anybody else in the draft with me in chat? I am the Kai's here. Tough to read these names. They're all called D. Lutomsky's here. All right, I've been pulling up these drafts. There's some chances. I don't want to have all the Justin Jefferson just in case. You are right. I am the guy. I do have my fake flannel around here somewhere. But then I get called out for wearing the fake flannel. So, can't win other than, I guess, wearing flannel, which I love to do most of the year. All right, Gallows Knight in 4th. Good to see you again. Nice. Jordan doing some college football work. And four-tailing poker. Oh, man. That's tough. I have not played poker I have not played online poker in many years. The last time I remember playing poker was the night of my younger brother's wedding. So 10 years ago, coming up on 11 years since that. We actually share a wedding anniversary, my brother and myself, in September. he got married before I did. I asked him, is it okay if we get married on this date? Because it was kind of the only one that worked. But we share a wedding date. But so coming up on 11 years ago, went after my brother's wedding, went out to a casino nearby in Minnesota and won a lot of money. And people were not happy with me. People were upset with the way I was playing. So people alleging that, you know, I was showing my cards to the guy next to me who was my brother-in-law. Like I wasn't holding it close enough to my chest. They were getting real mad. This is at like 1 a.m. on a Saturday night. I wasn't. He could not see my cards. There's no way he could see my cards. But there were a couple people at the table, you know, the types who were at a low-level casino at 1 a.m. on a Saturday night. We're just looking for a reason to be mad because this drunk idiot comes in, and I was super drunk at the time. Obviously, it was at the end of after my brother's wedding. Came in and just cleaned house, and then was smart enough after I got up. I mean, when I say I cleaned house, I probably won $200 or something. I was smart enough, even that drunk. I was like, I know that these guys are more serious than I am about poker. I'm gonna get out of here, and then we left. So that's the last time I remember playing poker. Not my favorite spot to draft here. Can sometimes get followers here, but unlikely. Brock Bowers goes. I did get him at like 22, and I think my first draft was draft, so that was the dream, but not getting it this time. Yeah, I do not love these options here. I'll take Bucky. Not mad at getting Bucky. And I think I'll reach for Lamar. I think in these points formats where it is just cumulative scoring, like just looking at elite quarterbacks and how many more fantasy points they score over the course of the season than QB 12, QB 13 is just can be massive. So I think you can find a pretty big advantage getting the elite quarterbacks in these points formats. So happy to get Lamar there. I mean, faux flannel, yeah, I would prefer a real flannel, but in the winter you need real flannel. In the summer, like what's the use of, if I'm being honest, even in the flannelverse, I don't want to wear it. It's great for other things, you know, you can make as a blanket or something, but it's just too warm in the summer in Minnesota. If a lumberjack didn't have to die to make that flannel, it's not a real flannel. Yeah, I think that's how flannel is made. Lumberjacks, a lot of lumberjacks dying in the course of making flannel. I think that's how it works. Speaking of flannel, I have started watching the new season of Dexter. Somebody had brought it up in my Discord. We have an entertainment channel, by the way, free Discord. If you want to join, the link is in the description of this video. Flannelverse Discord. We have an entertainment section. Somebody said that they think it's maybe the best Dexter season yet. So far, I'm only 2 episodes in, but it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know that I call it the best Dexter season yet, but I think that kind of the final episodes kind of determine how good the season ends up being, because we've had some epic finales in Dexter. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It is pretty far-fetched a lot of the time how much Dexter gets away with. I'll say that. Kind of like this doesn't seem too realistic, but I guess that's how you make the show work. Finally in a location that I've lived in, New York City. So I can hope to see locations that I know. I actually don't remember where the original was. It in Chicago, maybe? The original series? I forget where that was. That is so true. WF Warehouse says Dexter could use a new hobby like NFL best ball drafts. I mean, as long as he sticks to the code, I guess he's doing good, right? Tough to argue. I think I'm pro Dexter generally. But yeah, at least less dangerous drafting NFL best ball drafts. Not as good of a show, I don't think, if that was Sabi. Just watching him draft NFL best ball drafts all day. Unless he's like super charismatic, you know. If he's got like a Davis-matic personality where it's just like he can really hold the audience, then maybe it'd be fun to watch him. But like if you're just like watching him silently drafting with his like inner monologue, like in the show, is his dad over his shoulder telling him who to pick? All right, Lamar Jackson, Bucky Irving, CeeDee Lamb so far. Got a 3 running back start there. Okay. Interesting to see the ADP flip here. So Kenneth Walker 37 here, James Cook 48. I'm going to go with KW3. I'll queue up Lamar. It's pretty obvious that I'd prefer if I can stack my guy. Yeah, I'll just do it. All right, yeah, Zay Flowers. There we go. So we got Lamar Jackson, Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, and Zay Flowers. Which player would be his dark passenger? Yeah. Is he also drafting a ton of Khalil Herbert? Is that his dark passenger? That's funny. Just one episode, 20 minutes until someone snipes his quarterback and oops, serial killer relapse. I like that. I gotten a lot of negative feedback about my jams lately. Somebody commented under my video that he didn't like my jams. You know what? These are great jams. You guys just gotta get with it. Or maybe you want to jam with Puts You to Sleep. I guess I don't know. Is that a compliment to the song? Best Ball on Call? Do you want to hear the other options? I can play the other options that are available here, and you guys can tell me which song you incorrectly like better. All right, so this one is called Acoustic Cinematic. And I'm speaking over it to give you a sense of what it would sound like with me speaking over this song. It's just one. All the rest are okay. You can always feed the ducks. I mean, that's Pete's thing, though. That's Pete's song. Everybody does that. Nobody does my song. This one makes me want to go to sleep. This one is the most, like, relaxing. Kevin agrees. Other song. My song is lit. All right. All right. Let's go to the next one. So this is Dance Pop. Just feels like it's a weird rhythm to like talk over this song to me. Maybe like a hype video or something, but for like a full stream seems a bit much. It's all right. Best Ball on Call likes the likes the vocal, the acoustic one. Loop Sam Spence NFL. I don't know that one. Sam Spence NFL music. I'm the guy says this one is better. The other song is The Process song. He's referring to Josh Engelman's The Process, and it's grading because it's the same note 3 times every measure. What I'm hearing is I need to make my own jams. I don't know how to do that, but these don't seem like very complicated jams. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Daydreaming. Are we sure this isn't The Process song? Somebody plays this one, I think. All right, this isn't bad, actually. Uh-oh. Sam Spence is the best NFL music. Don't be more boomer than me, Neil. Okay, yeah, no, this is definitely not The Process song now that I hear the rest of it. All right, I'll make my pick to this one. I actually don't hate this. Kobe Myers goes. Man. Oh, Pollard went at 61. Okay, I was looking for Tony Pollard there. I'm going to go Pacheco. Olave and Kelsey. Okay. I think I'm just going to go Jawan Jennings. I guess the news we got yesterday on Brandon Ayuk was kind of non-news, right? Like we kind of knew that he was going to be missing something like 6 weeks, but it could be a lot longer. But at the very least, like it makes you a little bit more comfortable clicking Pearsall and Jennings. All right, let's try. Okay, Feeding the Ducks. Everybody knows, so I'm not going to play it long. But yes, this is. But it's Pete's song. This is like Feeding the Ducks is Pete's thing. So I gotta find my own music, I think. I got a little clap in there. That's cool. As a reminder, this is my song Into Space. It's just like a nice background sound. I like it. I think it's a good one. All right, lo-fi. Yeah, Best Ball Club says, thought the report I saw said Ayuk 6 to 10. It was more like we don't know. We're going to start evaluating at like after 5 weeks or something like that. So it was like 6 at the earliest, but we're going to start evaluating at that point, which it's not great. Don't love this one for like background music. All right, this is Night Driving. Definitely have heard this one before. Oh, nice. Kevin says, appreciate you exposing me to drafters, by the way. Had no idea about the site. Use a referral code, and I'm doing 1 per day to unlock the bonus. How are your teams looking so far? Glad to hear that. Appreciate using my code. Also, it's good to hear when somebody uses my code, because then I can because now I know. Because I look on the site, I'm like, have I gotten any referral money? Is there any indication that I've gotten any referrals? And I haven't seen any indication that I have any referrals. So I'm like, all right, maybe I just don't have any. It's good to know now that I might have them and they're just not showing up. So I appreciate you letting me know also. Night driving makes me think I'm listening to Davis. Okay. I didn't know that Davis had established one of the songs as his own. All right, let's try another one. There's only one left, which is rock. This is rock. Maybe on the right day, we can listen to rock while I draft. All right. Do we think Travis Etienne gets traded? Because I'll like Travis Etienne quite a bit if he gets traded to the Cowboys. To some extent, if he gets traded to like Houston. He's the one Jags back that I don't have a ton of. I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to do it here. Get a share of Travis Etienne. Maybe I'll try the acoustic one. We can do that one. But if you don't like the acoustic one, you got to let me know, and I'll go back to the one I want to play. All right. Purdy or Dak? I think I'm Team Dak. It's a tough one. Purdy or Dak? I'm going Dak. Got CeeDee Lamb. I like both quite a bit. Good. Andrews was gone. I did not double check to make sure. I was pretty sure I saw him go, though. Yeah, he went at 83. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm just going to change the music back. This is acoustic again. All right. Think the drafts have gone well. Stacking running backs early and have Bo Nix on half my teams. Only 4 drafts in. Okay, so Bo Nix in 2 of 4. Seems like a pretty good pick. Okay, he plays it occasionally. I don't know, Kevin. Kevin asked, do you think drafters will have reload promos if they are likely to overlay? I would say yes. Like, they have historically done a lot of promos trying to fill the contest, so I assume they would if they're having trouble filling it. But also if they don't and they overlay, that's also pretty good for us. This one reminds me of an N64 soundtrack to a monster truck game. Which one was that? I missed it in real time. Okay, WFN says just before the August promo, they had a weekend promo. Draft 5, get 1 ticket free. Nice. I heard about the Ricky Person, that somebody was trying to draft Ricky Pearsall and drafted Ricky Person in like a $2,000 draft, something like that. That is painful. Ricky Person, UFL GOAT. I'm turning down the music a little bit. This one's like a little bit louder and more constant. It's not like a, flowy in and out kind of thing. It's more like just in your face the whole time. But yeah, Ricky Person, his mother follows my friend Jake Tribby on Twitter. He's a running back with a lot of personality, but probably won't score any fantasy points this year. So not a great pick necessarily. Who knows? Maybe he'll surprise. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Jacob, Ron, and Liam did a stream, and it was somebody on that stream whose stream was I listening to where they were talking about it? I don't remember which stream I was that talked about it, but they were saying it's like apparently the guy was saying, hey, I accidentally took this guy. What does this mean? Best Ball Uncle says, then outed himself trying to say it was a glitch. Are you, apparently it's some no to like talk about it. I don't totally understand what that means. Like in the chat, you're not allowed to. Are the teams supposed to be anonymous because it's so high stakes? Like they just don't want any like potential for collusion, so nobody's supposed to know who they're drafting with? Or I don't understand what the no was there. All right, do I want Luther Burden? I think I do. I think I want Luther Burden. I don't have a tight end yet. Yeah, do I want Colston Loveland? It's a little bit of a fall. I could take a Rashad Bateman, part of my stack. I'm going to go Keenan Allen. Full PPR. I'm just buying in. I'm a Keenan Allen slappy. Oh, I see. Okay, wait. All right, I am the guy says night driving. All right, we can do this one. All right, I'm catching up now. Let's see. Dude, see, I did hear this team was still really good. He outed himself trying to say it was a glitch. He said it was a typo and typos aren't covered. Oh, he was saying, okay, a glitch. That's interesting. He said he accidentally picked the wrong Ricky. Liam was saying it had to be an auto draft mistake. Okay, yeah, he tried to blame it on the site, but he typed it in because he was searching for Ricky Pearsall. Typed Ricky P and just clicked. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, so he outed himself by admitting that it was his own mistake and not an actual glitch. Gotcha. I thought you were saying like he outed who he was. Like I was like, is it that high level? Such an expensive draft, like you can't know who you're drafting with. Okay. Okay. If he had said it was an app glitch, they would have rolled it back. They were about to reverse it, but then he said typo. I see. I'm following now. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, feel bad for him. An expensive draft to just like have a wasted pick. And now it's like if the team does do really well, it's just going to be that much more painful for him. I feel the pain. I've been there. All right, what do we just gotten? Underdog NFL Sheesh George Pickens. What's this? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, baby. It's a good thing. George Pickens. I'm buying all the George Pickens, as are I think most people. I've got some IRL friends who are like, don't want to draft him because he has made so many like mistakes in the past. Like, oh, he's just doesn't have the right mentality and stuff. And I'm like, I think that kind of stuff, when a player goes to a new team, most of the time, any of those like concerns go out the window for me the first year until you get some sign that there's like discordance on that new team. Then I start to worry. But usually players go to a new team, they're just on their best behavior for that first year, proving it wasn't me, it was them. They were the problem, not me. So I'm expecting George Pickens to just be all business this year. Yeah, prove it, contract year solves all problems. Of course, we did have not the new team thing. Deontay Johnson last year was obviously a pretty big exception, kept going to new teams and was clearly the problem on all of them. So he was not proving himself in the right. There's a very obvious pick for me here. Actually, there are a couple picks that I really like here. I mean, Jake Ferguson, I've got Dak. I need a tight end. No brainer, right? Do I want another quarterback? None of them that like fit my team currently. What I could do is take Bashal Tutin and then really just hope and pray for a Travis Etienne trade to the Cowboys. Suddenly Travis Etienne is the top running back on the Cowboys. Bashal Tutin fighting for the top job on Jacksonville. Haven't done that one yet. Just making sure there's no crazy ADPs. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this one. Oh, and he took Pearsall the next pick. All right. Well, good for him that he got him, I guess. All right, so I'm at 2-5-5-1. The team, as it currently stands, is Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott at quarterback. At running back, I have Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, and Bashal Tutin. Wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Jawan Jennings, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen. Tight end, Jake Ferguson. I'm liking it. I think this team is coming together nicely. I do have 3 week 8 buys at running back, but if Etienne gets traded, suddenly I only have 2 if he gets traded to the Cowboys. For what it's worth, I do not think the Bigsby tweet was at all related to the. If you saw, there was some joking going around on Twitter. JJ Zachariason tweeted out that there was a reporter who said Travis Etienne did not do conference after practice because he's dealing with cramps, and then another tweet from Tank Bigsby saying calling somebody a liar, and it was just a cryptic tweet from Tank Bigsby, but it was not related to the first tweet, or not, at least as far as we can tell. It wasn't like a retweet or anything like that. It was just separately Tank Bigsby sent out a bunch of emojis that included the Pinocchio nose. I'd be pretty surprised if the Bigsby tweet was at all related to the tweet saying that Travis Etienne had cramps. That doesn't seem to me like they'd be connected. Also wasn't like Schefter tweeting it out. It was just some random beat reporter. I guess maybe because he plays in Jacksonville, he might know the beat reporters there, but I doubt it was connected. Yeah, nice to get that Kincaid fall. I do have a ton of Tutin among my highest drafted players, which I think I'm happy with. I think he's likely to be something this year. And if he's not, I got him at pick 146. Like, obviously, it's a pretty big bummer to take a 0 at 146, but it doesn't kill your team. Not like a player in the first 3 rounds. Are you guys also chasing Keenan Allen up the board? I think I've been chasing him further and further up the board. I think I did, I said at one point I'll chase him up to the 13th round, and now that he's going earlier than that, I was, for a while I was like, all right, I guess I'll move up to the 12th round, and now you see I took him at the beginning of round 11 with the second pick in round 11. But I think I mean it now. I'm going to stop chasing him beyond this point. And this is also PPR. I like him better than half PPR, because I think he could just have a lot of receptions this year. So maybe like back half of round 11. Also depends who's available there. I guess Dylan Sampson was there. I do like Dylan Sampson quite a bit. But my team's also a little bit wide receiver needy. I regret that I did not take more when he was free. I had like just under 8%. So, not far below the field, but there were times when I was really leaning in, and then I kind of stopped towards the end, got talked out of it. And I wish that I hadn't. I wish that I had just stuck to my guns, because it felt like most likely he would go somewhere where he's going to play and get a lot of work. Now, he still might not. Like, people who don't like him could still be right, obviously, but he's moved up enough that I'm like, man, feels like it was a pretty good click, because I still think he's a pretty good click in the 12th round. I love getting him there. When he was free, should have just taken a bunch. I'm a big Geno Smith guy. I like the back stacking options better with Stafford than Geno, but the back concerns me enough. And they're still actually pretty good with Geno. Could go Thornton or Besh. I think I'm in need of a tight end more, though, so I'm actually going to go Brenton Strange here and hope that one of them falls back to me. If they don't, it's whatever. I've already got 2 stacked up quarterbacks. I think I'm happy with my team so far. Got 15 of 20 rounds completed, so still have 5 more picks to make, but have Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith, Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, Bashal Tutin, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Jawan Jennings, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Jake Ferguson, and Brenton Strange. A little bit of a run on running backs. So this is, I'm going to be streaming today, tomorrow, and Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to do another draft after this one or just call it after one. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming all day. So in the morning, I'm going to be on the 444 channel with Connor Allen doing a drafters draft. That's going to be at 11:30 a.m. Then I'll be on my stream with Pat Corain at 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing a BBM, and then I'll continue after my usual Wednesday stream where I always bring on a guest, and then I'll keep streaming. Probably do 3 BBMs on my own channel, followed by at, I want to say 5:30 Eastern, maybe 6:30 Eastern. I forget when exactly. I'll be joining Best Ball Guy, going on his channel, doing another, I think we're doing a BBM. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but I'll be doing at least one draft with him. And then I guess that's it. There was a possibility I was going to be doing Jeopardy tomorrow night, but it doesn't sound like that's going to work out. So yeah, I'll be doing 3 streams tomorrow, 1 on my channel, 2 on other channels. And then Thursday, just a solo stream, I'll be doing DraftKings, the $20 Milli Maker. Friday, flying out to Boston for the DraftKings MLB Live Final. I'm not in it, but Shady Advice graciously invited me with one of his tickets. So going out there on Friday. We'll be gone through Monday. Monday I'll be back. Mondays with math. Monday evening, that will be the start of Best Ball Week. DraftKings Best Ball Week. I'll be streaming DraftKings all of next week, Monday through Sunday. So busy schedule coming up. And then week and a half, 2 weeks after that, football season's back. Mason Taylor goes. He's kind of one of my favorite later clicks recently. I know Mathology is really into Mason Taylor right now. Just thinks he's a little bit too cheap. Sounds like he's going to be ready, if not week 1, at least pretty early. Isaiah Likely there too. Like I have Lamar. I have virtually 0 Isaiah Likely. I feel like I should at least consider him on a Lamar team. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. Didn't even realize he was there. I think I'm just completely out on Quinshon Judkins right now. Go Jack Besh. I'll queue up Isaiah Likely. I mean, this is pick 194. I just said I'm like completely out on Quinshon Judkins. This does feel like where, yeah, maybe I should consider it. Obviously better on sites where later production is better. All right, these are the 2 I'm considering here. Should I do it? Just take my rare Isaiah Likely share? I guess on a Lamar team. $17 rounds done. Oh, really? Isaiah Likely practiced in full today. Lutomsky says, all right, nice. Did not see that update. Well then, good timing to get him falling on a Lamar team. Oh, Mason Taylor. Gotcha. Yeah, Mason Taylor feels like pretty good click. Oh, and you got him. I see. Nice. So you got Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and Sam Darnold are your quarterbacks. Nice. Gallows has Hurts. Hurts and Rodgers, just two quarterbacks so far. He does have Jerry Jeudy, so it could be, and Michael Pittman. So some later quarterbacks already have the stack set up if you wanted to. I'm glad Besh made it back to me. Thornton did go at 181. I don't really know what to do with those two. I typically would prefer to get Besh, I think. But I usually, if they're both available, I'll just push it and hope one of them comes back to me. Because I don't feel particularly strongly about one over the other. By the way, you may have seen Run the Sims is starting to do some content, putting their stuff out there. They're going to have Sims for the NFL season. I am going to be partnering with them during the NFL season on my Showdown stream. So really excited about that. You can get 15% off using my code, which I don't know. I think it's Neil. Maybe I'll look that up. I'm going to look up what my code is. See what's on my phone. But yeah, very much looking forward to using their stuff. Yes, code Neil for 15% off anything NFL. Check it out if you haven't already checked out Run the Sims. It's going to be pretty awesome. We'll also, I believe, work on the Shady Device portfolio optimization tool. All right, let's see here. Oh, K-Dot's still there. That's tough to pass on. I mean, that's just, yeah. I mean, it's four tight ends. Not usually my build, but too good to pass on there. Saw some speculation today that Brashard Smith might not make the team. That'd be kind of rough for me. I've got a lot of Brashard Smith. Uh-oh, not finding my guy. There he is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Kavonte Turpin. I just have this feeling he's going to put up fantasy points this year. I don't know how he's going to do it. Is it going to be as a receiver? Is he actually going to get running back work? I don't know, but I feel like he's going to have some spike weeks. Pay off around 19 value. And I've got Dak on this team. Yeah, Kevin says it was Besh over Thornton earlier in the best ball season. Think it's flipped to Thornton now. That's definitely how ADP has gone. Yeah, it's a good call. Best Ball Meat Gazer says, don't sleep on Trey Tucker either. Some talk of him being the number 2 wide receiver. Yeah, I've gotten a fair amount of him using the leg up sidekick. I've gotten some Trey Tucker there. And I didn't understand why I kept getting Trey Tucker. And now looks like they were right, that he's still going to be very involved there. What's going on, Vic? Glad you can make it. Also, you never have to apologize for being late, especially, I mean, you never do, but especially a stream that I announced 20 minutes before I started. But the other ones this week, you know about them. You know about all of them now. Tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern on the 444 channel. Tomorrow, 3 Eastern, right here in the Flaniverse with Pat Corain. Then I'll be on the Best Ball Guy channel. I'll redirect to that one, so you should be able to find it easily. Thoughts on Webster from Baltimore as a last pick wide receiver Sorry, I was at work. I don't know who you're talking about. Who's Webster on Baltimore? Which tells you that I have not picked him. Was he on the team last year? Is he a rookie? It almost sounds familiar. I mean, in 20 rounds as a 20th round pick, almost anybody is like probably fine, especially like he's probably not getting drafted a ton. He's a rookie. Okay. Yeah, if you're seeing any kind of buzz, any kind of reason to think he's actually going to play this year, why not as a 20th round pick? Probably not somebody I'm going after a ton, because we've got other players that like I'm hearing some buzz on some guys. Rashard Smith, a lot of people thinking he could be playing the Jerick McKinnon role, has a skill set that he could actually take on a bigger role. So if he's often there in the 20th round, I like him quite a bit. Just looking at some of the names available here. Kendrick Miller seems, I can see the rationale there. Dameon Pierce getting some, he's back with Houston, wide open backfield, so he could end up just winning out that role on Houston for as long as Joe Mixon is out. Jordan James. But yeah, it's if you have any kind of reason to draft somebody in the 20th round, hard to say it's a bad pick. Deontay Johnson's there. I think I need a running back. I think I am going to go. All right, who do I have? Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne. I'm going to break the tie toward Pierce because I have Pacheco. There you go. Final team. Here it is. Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith, Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, Bashal Tutin, Dameon Pierce, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Jawan Jennings, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Jack Besh, and Kevontae Turpin at wide receiver. And at tight end, we got 4, Jake Ferguson, Bretton Strange, Isaiah Likely, and Cade Otton. I feel pretty good about that draft. As far as stacks go, Lamar with Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely. We've got Dak with CeeDee Lamb and Kevontae Turpin and Jake Ferguson. And then finally, we've got Geno Smith with Jack Besh. So pretty well correlated within the team. Not worrying about any kind of like game stacks here. You could, arguably inter-division, that kind of stuff. Try to take advantage of those correlations where your teams are playing against each other more than once. But I'm not too worried about that kind of stuff. Webster, the Colorado teammate. Lejante Webster. Okay. I mean, Vic, if you're not familiar with drafters, which is what I'm playing on here, there are no pods here. It's just one big pod for all 17 weeks. So this is a little bit different format than the pods that we have on other sites. This is just all season. You're playing against everybody in the entire tournament. It is cumulative points for the year. Regular best ball, where your best team every week is getting put into your lineup. But yeah, different in terms of your final. You're just trying to have the most points on the entire season. So no pods here. All right, I think I was just planning on doing one draft. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna see if I can enter one. If I can enter one and it's finished by like 3:58 my time, maybe I'll do another one. But it looks like we have a lot to go, so we'll see. All right, 9 more, 8 more. It is filling quick. So yeah, if it fills within the next 3-4 minutes, then I'll do another one here. Otherwise, I'll be back with a bunch of drafts tomorrow. What are my friends talking about? In addition to placing Rondale Moore on IR and waiving Zeke Correll with an injury designation after his ankle fracture on Saturday, the Vikings waived linebacker Brian Asamoah II, releasing the 2022 third-round pick will save them $1.45 million of cap space. That, according to Ben Gessling, Vikings beat reporter Ben Gessling, who I ran cross country with in high school. We were on the same team, Apple Valley High School. Go Eagles! All right, we've got 2 minutes to get 8 more to join if we want to do another draft here. What's going on, Bindles? Yep. Gala says, you saw they have bonuses for drafting like 10, 20, and 30 days straight, right? Yeah, so it's at this point we're not going to be able to do 30, but 10 or 20 you can get. You do draft for 10 days straight, you get, I think, 1 free. If you draft for 20 days straight, you get 2 free drafts. So yeah, they've already got some promos. I don't know anything about any future promos that they might have come up, but that one's already announced. And obviously the use promo code PlayerQ to get your first deposit matched up to $100. That's another one. Bindle's best ball on call wants to know, is drafters legal in Canada? I don't know the answer to that one. Bindles doesn't live in Canada now, but he might know. Does not look like we're going to fill this one unless we get 7 in a minute. Okay, here's the poll. Should we reduce the fast draft countdown from 2 minutes to 1 minute? I'm going to vote yes. 79% vote yes. I'm also on the clock in 4. I'll make my 4 slow draft picks. And if we're full before I've made these picks, then I'll draft another one. So Ashton Genty. Yeah. Kittle. Yeah, do that. Boom. All right, Justin Jefferson with the second pick in this one. Jonathan Taylor. I'll do that. Jonathan Taylor. I don't draft him a ton. I'm not like super high on Taylor, but I feel like I'm for some reason kind of biased against Jonathan Taylor. Just feels boring to me. He's never like a target of mine. Probably should be. More than he is. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Lamar, and Josh Allen both went. Could go Marvin Harrison. Do like Devontae Adams quite a bit. Where does Terry go in this one? On drafters. He goes at 46. It's intriguing. I guess I'll go Marvin Harrison. I don't feel great about it. That's why I don't love back half of the draft. There's nobody there that I really felt great about there. I thought about bringing up Jaden Daniels, maybe doing a little stack there. All right, I've got Bajan. Garrett Wilson is really the top of my... That's sort of by ADP. Wow. Garrett Wilson goes early. Bajan and Bucky, is that who I want? Yeah, let's go Bajan and Bucky. All right. Done with my slows. I'm going to go find that draft and cancel it. If I can figure out how. Upcoming. Drafting. Upcoming. Okay, here we go. I could have just clicked unregister and I didn't. because I want to see how close it was before I unregistered. And now I wish I had. All right, I'm just going to click on register. Okay, that's it. Just one draft today. I know, very sad, very sad that we used to get 4 or 5 turn Hampton and Kittle. We took it for granted, and now it's gone. Yeah, no, it was good ass Bindles, but he not here to answer, it seems. Yep, McLaurin. I was so excited the first time I got that McLaurin Daniel sack of the 4 or 5 turn, and now it's just where you can get them. Not that difficult. All right, this has been fun. Appreciate you all for hanging out with me during this draft. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. By the way, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little notification bell if you want to get notified when we go live. And of course, join the Flannelverse Discord. It is free. There's a link in the description of this video if you want to join the Flannelverse Discord. But again, tomorrow, 11:30, I'll be on the 4for4 channel with Connor Allen. Back here at 3 o'clock Eastern with Pat Corain. We'll be doing another long stream. I'll do probably 3 BBMs on that one. And then I'll move over to the Best Ball Guy channel after mine sometime in the early evening. I don't remember exactly the time we're over there. But yeah, going to be a busy day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. All right. Talk to you later.